Hello, we're going to talk about factoring a trinomial when the leading coefficient is 1. And when I talk about a leading coefficient, I mean the coefficient of the first term, normally an x squared. Since there's nothing written there, we assume it's a 1. So in order to do this, our goal is to put it into two sets of parentheses, breaking up this first term and that last term, so that way I get my middle term if I check it. So in order to break up x squared, we just write x and x. Whoops, let's make that the right color. So x and x go in the front of both of those. And then we're looking at the factors of 10 that when added or subtracted will give me 7. And I know that 5 times 2 multiply to give me 10, but also add to give me 7. I want to make these both negative, and there you have it. We are now factored. So we have another one here. I have x squared plus 7x minus 8. Again, I'm going to do two sets of parentheses, breaking up the x squared to x and x. And now I have to consider the factors of 8. 8 has some factors to it. We have 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. And when I'm looking at this, 2 times 4 doesn't seem to be a set that would work. It adds to 6 and subtracts to 2, neither of which will give me the 7. But 1 and 8 subtracts to give me 7. So I'm going to want to put 1 and 8 in. But I want it to subtract. So if I need it to subtract to get that middle number, I want two different signs. And since 7 is positive, I'm going to make 8 positive and the 1 negative. In this one over here, when I go to do my two parentheses, break up the x, and then we look at 35. I have 1 and 35, 5 and 7. Again, 1 and 35 does not seem to be the set that I want to use because it does not add or subtract to give me that 12 in the middle. But 5 and 7 add to give me 12. Whoops, that was supposed to be a positive 35. Okay, so they're going to add to give me 12. And because we're adding to get that middle term, even though these are opposite, I want to use the same signs. So I want to put 5 and 7 in and 2 minuses. That way they're both the same. So the difference is here I have opposite signs, and I'm going to want to one of each because I need to subtract to get to that middle term. Here, because I have opposite signs, I want to add to get to that middle term, so I'm going to make them both the same sign as that middle term. And this is the last one I want to look at. We have two pluses. Again, we're going to break it into parentheses. X's get dropped in. And for 4, it's 1 and 4, 2 and 2. 1 and 4 will not add or subtract to give me 4, but 2 and 2 will. So we're going to put 2 and 2, and because I want to add, they get the same signs. If you have any questions about today's lesson, you can email me or you can request a Google Meet. Thanks.